Feel like one of them superheroes that done made the news like multiple times, and not even for doing nothing extraordinary out of this world. It's just like for just being me, not multiple crimes. You understand what I mean?
I got paid more than attention that they got to mention. Propaganda done paid me much more than a pie. Eat your breakfast for dinner, please don't tell me pie. When it rain, pick it rain, please don't be no lie. Trappers like Louisiana, alligator fire. Delegate me now, celebrate me why.
They got money on it, so they test to see who on it. Just to crash dummy on it, so they test to see who on it. They got money on it, so they test to see who on it. Just to crash dummy on it, so they test to see who on it. Cruising like a bomb blaze, saw the cops, cuzzo on the wops. Picture me rolling, picture me not. If you don't get the picture, don't get the crops. Now they riding drop top, and we riding top drop. When it flip hard top, when it wreck car shop.
More than attention that they got to mention. Propaganda done pay me much more than a pie. Eat your breakfast for dinner, please don't tell me pie. When it rain, pick it rain, please don't be no lie. Trappers like Louisiana, alligator fire. Delegate me now, celebrate me why.
They got money on it, so they test to see who on it. Just to crash dummy on it, so they test to see who on it. They got money on it, so they test to see who on it. Just to crash dummy on it, so they test to see who on it. They got money on it, so they test to see who on it. Just to crash dummy on it, so they test to see who on it. They got money on it, so they test to see who on it. Just to crash dummy on it, so they test to see who on it. Some of the ones at the Hall of Fame, you don't know. Only the ones that got pushed on the scope. They done cop the shot off a plug, you don't know. Feel so good like Kush in the low. Been a decade, calling shots like checkmate. This ain't no facade, coming down like Cascade. Taking a trip and I stayed and they played and I waited. Yeah, I mean like Ben, if it shows you delayed. They got money on it, so they test to see who on it. Just to crash dummy on it, so they test to see who on it. They got money on it, so they test to see who on it. Just to crash dummy on it, so they test to see who on it. They got money on it, so they test to see who on it. Just to crash dummy on it, so they test to see who on it. They got money on it, so they test to see who on it. Just to crash dummy on it, so they test to see who